I don't have to have enough power to hurt him. I just got to beat him. That's it. If he slip up, then, he will get hurt.
And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford. A Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity.
As the fight approaches, Terence Crawford remains firmly confident, fully prepared for the challenge ahead. Meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez is relying on his years of experience, reminding fans that he's faced top-level opponents before. He's determined to use every bit of his skill and ring knowledge to come out on top. With both fighters ready to prove they belong at the very peak of the sport, the anticipation continues to grow.
I've been in this sport like so many years. I had so many good fights in my career, and I had the experience to adapt myself to these kind of fighters. I fight everybody out there, every style, and I'm gonna do my job and put all my experience, all my talent there, and that's it.
Terence Crawford heads into this fight full of confidence, clearly believing he can beat anyone who stands in his way. His calm and assured presence during interviews shows just how much trust he has in his skills and preparation. But when you look at the numbers, a different picture emerges. Canelo Alvarez brings unmatched experience, with 67 professional fights against top-tier opponents. Crawford, though highly accomplished with 41 wins, hasn't faced the same volume of high-pressure moments. That gap in experience could become crucial once the fight begins, as split-second decisions often decide the outcome at this level.
Know how great Terence Crawford is, but they don't know how great Terence Crawford is at 168.
Terence in his bag right now. He's going third person, you feel me? But yeah, Terence has every right to talk his shit literally here. He's being respectful and fair play, but the questions are the ones he's asking, the ones he knows are being asked. What's he look like at 168? Can he take the power? Is he going to be too small? Is he going to be able to deal with Canelo's experience over time, right? Even though Terence is the older fighter, he has, I think, 20 less fights than Canelo does, or maybe more. I think more than 20. And also, competition level. This will be the most skilled, most experienced, biggest, strongest fighter that Terence Crawford's ever faced.
Throughout his career, Canelo Alvarez has taken on some of the toughest and most skilled opponents in the sport. These high-level matchups have tested every part of his game, his endurance, strategy, and ability to adapt. They've shaped him into a seasoned and battle-tested fighter. In contrast, Terence Crawford, while highly skilled and undefeated, hasn't consistently faced the same level of elite opposition. He's dominated many good fighters, but he hasn't yet had to adjust to the kind of raw power and ring IQ that opponents like Gennady, Triple G Golovkin brought to Canelo. That difference in experience at the very top could matter when the pressure is on. It might give Canelo a mental and strategic edge if the fight becomes a true test of will and adaptability.
Is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game, and if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the oath.
Roy Jones Jr. offered a thoughtful perspective on the upcoming clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. He pointed out that the key for Crawford will be how well he handles Canelo's power. While many focus on size and strength, Jones emphasized that sharp technique often beats brute force. He believes Crawford's timing, movement, and high boxing IQ could be enough to frustrate Canelo if he can stay composed under pressure. Jones added that solid fundamentals, smart footwork, and the ability to read an opponent can offset physical disadvantages. In the end, he said the fight will come down to whether Crawford's skills can hold up when Canelo starts bringing the heat.
There's some pushing and shoving going on. The weight difference is a big factor as well.
I pay no attention to the pushing and shoving. I pay no attention to the weight factor. What I pay attention to is the skill level that both guys show in and out of the ring. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain. Loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not gonna always win them, but he always tries to give them to us.
Yeah.
So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
Yeah. You said you don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much. All thing that matter with the weight is, can you take the punch? And I'm sure you've been sparring with super middles and light heavies, so I'm sure you probably can take the punch. So that's the only thing when you got skill. Now, if you don't have a skill, you can't take the weight, take it up, because you're gonna lose your punch, you're gonna lose everything. When you got skill, all your stuff that you have goes up with you.
Shaquille O'Neal, a well-known combat sports fan, has confidently backed Terence Crawford to win his upcoming fight. Shaq says Crawford's sharp skills and unshakable drive give him the edge. He sees Crawford as the better technician and even predicts a knockout victory. While Shaq's opinion adds to the buzz, it also reflects just how divided fans and experts are. With both fighters bringing very different styles to the ring, the debate over who will come out on top continues to heat up.
Talking about the one fight right now, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Who do you got?
I gotta go Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
Why?
He's the best ever.
Really? You think he's the greatest ever?
Yeah.
Over Ali, Muhammad Ali? I didn't know you were a big Terence Crawford fan like that.
You have to understand that there's eras, and in different eras, you can bring down the titles. Like, for example, Joker's the best big man.
Right.
And I don't like.
You put Joker over you as the best big man? Oh.
Different eras and different time. It's not my era, not my time now.
True.
It's their time. So he's the greatest big man in the NBA right now. So I let the people decide who's that. But right now, Terence Crawford is the best.
So,
and Floyd, because Floyd has never lost.
So how does Terence beat Canelo? Decision?
Or
or
knock him out.
He's going to knock Canelo out?
Yes, man.
So they're going to have the fight at the Vegas Stadium, Raider Stadium. You're going to be there?
I heard it was off.
No, it's back on.
Okay.
Now it's back on. It's in September 13th in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You'll be there. Front row?
Of course.
All right, cool. You're the man.
Trainer Robert Garcia believes Terence Crawford may be catching Canelo Alvarez at just the right time. He points out that Canelo's recent performances haven't been as explosive as they were earlier in his career. While Canelo still has plenty of experience, Garcia feels his sharpness may have dipped slightly. According to Garcia, timing is everything in boxing, and Crawford could be stepping in when Canelo is a little past his peak. In his view, recent form, momentum, and strategy might play a bigger role than experience alone in determining the outcome of this fight.
I would probably say Crawford versus Canelo, because it's a fight that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
You do give
I do give Crawford a chance, of course. Canelo's last few fights, he does his work. He gets work done, but never does that little extra to please or to. He knows he doesn't need to anymore, so he's just comfortable enough with just securing the win. He became a businessman, and I think that could be something in favor of Crawford, that if he comes out in his best and good footwork, Canelo is flat-footed. He his last fight, especially against the runner, he was throwing one punch at a time. Didn't even try to be aggressive and get him into the ropes, throw combinations of 4 to 5 punches. He never even tried that. So I think at this stage, I am giving Crawford a big chance of maybe pulling it up.
Manny Pacquiao shared a thoughtful and respectful perspective on how fans compare top fighters. He emphasized that every boxer has their own unique strengths, style, and approach to the sport, so trying to directly compare them isn't always fair or helpful. Pacquiao encouraged people to judge fighters based on their individual accomplishments and qualities, rather than constantly debating who's better. His comments serve as a reminder that the upcoming Canelo vs. Crawford fight should be appreciated for what it is, a battle between two greats with their own paths, not just another chapter in a rivalry narrative.
Crawford's a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather.
Crawford what?
Better than Floyd Mayweather. Canelo said that.
Crawford can beat.
No, Crawford said Canelo. Canelo said Crawford's better than Mayweather.
What do you think? What's your assessment?
There's a different style, you know. I mean, they're both good fighters, so it's hard to compare yourself to others. Like, you know.
Do you think
Thank you guys. We gotta go. We gotta move on.
Mayweather did against Canelo? Do you think he can do any of that?
What, Canelo?
Can Crawford do any of what Mayweather did against Canelo?
That's a good fight. I mean, you know, we'll wait. We'll see.
Thank you.